There I am. Alright. Okay, so I've obviously had a little bit of trouble, for me at least, getting this thing set up. Um, Let me know in the comment section if you guys notice any audio issues, visual issues, or anything like that. But as far as everything looks, I think we're good to go. Obviously, I will adjust my camera location accordingly as I see fit to, fit the screen. Let me put myself in the bottom right for now. I don't know. I've never played this game. It just came out literally a week ago from me recording this, and I'm excited to play. If you guys don't know, Star Trek Voyager A is the only Star Trek series that I've ever fully watched. For the most part, I haven't actually watched any of the other Star Trek series ever. I've watched episodes here and there, but I am a huge Star Trek fan. I do like the characters, I like the ships, I like the lore and everything like that. I just don't follow it as close as other Trekkies probably do. As for Voyager, though, I love the show. I still watch it to this day whenever I have spare time. It's just an amazing series. Not like modern day Star Trek, where it's just like kind of just poor writing, poor design, and everything. Like the Star Trek show, was it Star Trek Academy that just came out? Ugh, it looks horrendous to me. I never watched it, so I can't judge it harshly, but from what I've seen, it looks terrible. In any case, that's not what we're here for. We are here for Star Trek Voyager: Across the Unknown, a brand new game that just came out, and I was like, what is this? I've never even heard of it. Incredible. So, we are going to play. I don't know what I'm going to expect, but we'll see. As I said, if there's any other issues, let me know. I am just going to try and figure this out as we go. Alright, so as you guys can see, we're starting a new game. I have yet to test it. This is my very first look. So I have no idea what I'm getting myself into. I don't even know the controls. I don't know nothing. So let's figure things out together. Alright, so game files. See, select the difficulty mode, adventure. Focus on the journey. Recommended for players who want to enjoy the story and exploration without the constant pressure of the fight for survival. Resources are plentiful, combat is manageable, dialogues and away missions are less challenging, and homesickness is a minor problem. Oh gosh, what the heck? Survival. The authentic Delta Quadrant experience. Recommended for experienced strategists and resource managers. Okay. And then Years of Hell. A play on Year of Hell from the series. The ultimate stress test, recommended for players who have already completed survival mode and wish to put their skills to the test. To be honest, I have no clue what difficulty I should be playing. As a gamer, I should pick survival, right? Experienced strategist. Surely I count as experienced strategist, right? Let's play survival. If I absolutely fail, well, I guess that means I was not ready for the Academy. You are the captain of the Federation of Star Trek USS Voyager. Manage your ship and crew. Plot a course through procedural generated star systems. Your unique ship build and the decisions you make will reshape the story. Alright. So there's a little loading insignia in the bottom right corner. There you guys go. You guys can see right there. Don't know how long it's going to take to load, but we'll see. Obviously in the bottom left, you guys can see the percentage. I'm just going to load at 100. Yes, I think. Maybe. I don't know. There it goes.
So, a few days back, this Captain Janeway breezes into my cozy penal colony like she owns the place. She's stern and...
Let me move myself. Maybe I should just take myself off the screen for now.
smells like coffee and regulations. And the kicker? She's served with my old man.
Sorry.
On the Albatani. Turns out her security chief, Tuvok, was playing spy on a Maquis ship that vanished in the Badlands. Now Janeway needs that missing ship found, And because of my past associations, I'm apparently the resident expert on the Badlands. I find the missing Maquis. She puts in a good word for me at my next parole review. Simple. Still, the view is infinitely better than a holding cell. It's not every day you get a front row seat on a brand new Intrepid-class starship's maiden voyage. The USS Voyager. Might even get to touch the helm.
I will say, wow, the visual on the on the ship look absolutely amazing, absolutely amazing visual. Okay, so considering the dialogue is going to be on the bottom of the screen, I think I will leave myself in the top right for now. I will adjust. As you guys can see, every time I adjust something on my OBS, the game does indeed pause. So that's both good and bad. It's kind of annoying that I have to keep pausing, right? We'll see how this goes. But like I said, this is my first experience, so we will see. Alright, let's continue. Janeway says, "Gentlemen, welcome to Voyager. Ensign Kim, you're fresh from the Academy. Welcome to your first deep space assignment." Too bad there isn't voice acting. That would have been nice. "Reporting for duty, Captain. It's an honor to be here. I hope I live up to your expectations. Ensign Kim, I trust you already met Tom Paris, our esteemed observer, a former Maquis pilot who will help us search the Badlands for the Maquis vessel. With all due respect, ma'am, observer is hardly a title befitting of my talents. I'm the best damn pilot in the sector. Call me pilot extraordinaire Ensign." Oh, Ensign. The Maquis? Wow, I've heard a lot of stories about them. Relax, I was with the Maquis only for a few weeks before I was captured and sent to a lovely little penal colony in New Zealand. Penal colony? Enough chatter, gentlemen. All hands, this is the captain. Report to your stations. Helm, take us to the Badlands. Maximum warp. Into the Badlands, a treacherous region of space where violent plasma storms can cripple even the most advanced starships. Captain Janeway observes the swirling chaos from the view screen, a subtle smile playing on her lips. She's ready for the challenge. Scanners are picking up no other vessels in the system, Captain. It's your turn to shine, Mr. Paris. Any idea where your former colleagues might be hiding? I wasn't expecting Maquis of the Year, Captain. Or, wasn't exactly Maquis of the Year, Captain. But they did prefer underground bases, remote planets, and... Captain, I don't mean to interrupt, but I'm reading a coherent Tetrion beam scanning us, and displacement wave heading towards us. Incoming. A colossal wave of turbulent energy surges towards Voyager, its power dwarfing anything the crew has ever seen. With no time to analyze the threat, emergency measures are initiated. Red alert! Helm, evasive maneuvers. Too late, the wave will intercept us in 5 seconds. Brace for impact. The aftermath. As the crew regains consciousness, they find their bridge in total devastation. Twisted metal, sparking consoles, and injured crewmates paint a grim picture. What just happened? Damage report. Major hull and deck damage. The transporters are offline, and we're receiving casualty reports. Bridge to sickbay. Doctor, I've got injured crew on the bridge. Doctor? Damn. Captain, we're losing systems across multiple decks. The deuterium tanks are empty. Warp core has gone to gray mode. We're on reserves. Barely. Mr. Paris, take the helm. Scan for the nearest source of deuterium. External sensors are offline. Stellar cartography must be down. Voyager is blind, Captain. Alright. Janeway to engineering. We need stellar cartography back online now. Okay. Tutorial help. Let's go. Click on the question mark icon, the number 1. On the left side of the screen here. On the left side of the screen, visit any tutorial screen. Or press... On controller, press D-pad. Okay, so I'm playing on PC, just so we all know. So we are, as you guys can see my mouse there. I wonder if it would be easier to play on controller, for me at least, because I'm usually a controller player. Activate the stellar cartography 1 in the lower left part of the ship. To activate, open up its menu by selecting the room and switching on the power supply. Okay. So here we go, stellar cartography. I'm just blocking everything, guys. I am literally just blocking everything on this screen. I don't know where a good place for me would be then. Left side? No, because my camera's on the right side, so... Sorry, guys. I guess you guys are going to just miss some of the stuff on the screen. That's okay. So this is stellar cartography. It says level 1 behind my camera. It says inactive. So let's switch it on. It requires power. We can see there's power here on the top, or energy in this case. So energy, cool, and it requires 2 people. So I am blocking that here. You know what? I'm going to turn myself off for now, so you guys can see. Oh crap! There we go. So here's the power, and here's the people required. The people required is my crew, I am assuming, which is up here. Okay. That's interesting. There's a lot. There's a lot on the screen right now. Holy crap! We're gonna have to look at everything. But for now, let's just go with the game already and see what we have to do. So we'll switch on the stellar cartographer. Captain, sensors are picking up something out there, but what Harry is trying to stammer is we're not in the Badlands anymore. What is that thing? Where are we? God, look at my cursor. Look, I can adjust on the screen. Perfect. That looks nice. Means we're going to do space battles. If our sensors are working, we just jumped over 70,000 light years into the Delta Quadrant. The Delta Quadrant? How? Captain, life support systems are failing. This array will have to wait. Mr. Parrish, take the helm. Find us a deuterium source. Hey, that's not what happened in the show. Scan points of interest on the map, marked with the question marks to reveal resources. Scan until you reveal deuterium, the fuel resource. Okay. Woo! Look at this map. All right, so we got some question marks on this map. Class Y, debris field. Class E, a shipwreck. Okay, so let's scan obviously let's do the closest one, the Class E planet. Resources, no data. Okay. Okay, so it's not showing me anything, so... Oh, my bottom right says scan. It doesn't say that. It didn't tell me to do that. Okay, so we'll do the closest planet. Right click to scan. Did it work? Do I have to hold it? I have to hold it. Okay. It doesn't say to hold it either. Okay, we got it. Resources, deuterium. Okay. Now I just scan all of them. Let's grab the deuterium then. Okay, so I scanned the debris. Navigate your ship by traveling to various locations. While traveling, time passes in form of cycles. Okay. When visiting points of interest, you can choose between different approaches with different risks and outcomes. The different colors of the chance bar represent the possible outcomes. Dark green and light green. Excellent and good. Outcomes, higher rewards, such as extra resources, morale increase, etc. Yellow, average outcomes, can include minor setbacks. Orange and red, bad and terrible outcomes, lead to low rewards and medium to major setbacks like destroyed rooms, hull damage, or even severe injuries. Okay. So we got shipwreck in this one. So I'm clicking to the left click to exceed it. So Where did it show the, Wait. Points of interest. Where did it show that? Maybe I need stellar cartography working. I actually don't see that, so I don't know why it would tell me that. Anyways, okay, so let's go to the planet, I guess. Oh, sorry, that's duranium. We need deuterium. Sorry, we do need the... That's so funny that they would put duranium from the planet and deuterium right next to each other. Okay, so let's go to this ship. So set a course. Oh, okay, there we go. That's the risk right there. Like, so there's the bar I was looking for, the green and yellow. I was like, where is that? I don't see that. Okay, so leave the storage alone. Focus on salvaging from other parts of the ship. Captain, we found an abandoned ship adrift in space. It's powered down, but structurally sound, with sealed storage compartments. Okay, so, what are these symbols? I have no idea. So let's click. Alright, we have found a moderate amount of resources, Captain. Mission outcome, 70% reward distribution in total stored. We got a good amount of deuterium. Okay. Captain, we can now deactivate gray mode. Captain, ready to increase warp core output. The warp core is the reactor that powers the ship to generate energy. It continuously consumes deuterium. Depending on the reactor level, you produce more energy, but more deuterium is required. Increase the power output by selecting main engineering and switching the warp core to a higher tier. Wow, there is a lot to look at, I'm not going to lie. So main engineering. So we're in gray mode in tier 1, I'm assuming. I don't know. Tier 1. Our energy levels are returned to normal, Captain. Good. Now what about this thing, this array? I can't tell, Captain, but our scanners detect a Maquis vessel next to it. Optional. What happens if I don't do that? Like, what happens if I click this one first and then try to do this one? Try hailing them. Hail them. No response, Captain. Oh, just adds extra dialogue, so that's cool, I guess. Scan for signs of life. There's no one on board, Captain. Scan the array. Okay, I guess it's funny. There's percent chance here, but it's like I don't have another option, so I guess I have no choice. What about the array? Several life forms on board, Captain. Success, yeah. Is one of them Vulcan? I'm not sure, Captain. The signals are weak. We'll just have to see for ourselves. I want the transporter room repaired and ready. Mr. Paris, get us to a uranium deposit. We'll need it to repair the transporter room. Keep track of your resources in the main hub. Uranium, your fuel. Deuterium, your fuel that powers the warp drive. Duranium and tritanium, essential for construction and repair. Crew is needed to operate key systems and rooms. Oh my goodness. Okay. There is a lot to look at. Alright, so on the top of the screen we see a bunch of stuff. Let's go over these things real quick. So this one obviously is probably weapons, but we clearly see we can't draw that down. Sector threat level. Okay, so obviously that will tell us if there's enemies around. Borg. Oh god, Borg nanites. Okay, so obviously that's going to be a later resources of some kind. Bio-neural gel packs. We do have 6. We have max capacity of 25. I don't think Voyager ever gets more during the show, so it's kind of funny. That's a resource. Science points. Produced in the science laboratory. Occasionally they can also be attained in weight missions or points of interest. Required to research technologies in the tech tree. Dilithium, rare resource that is mandatory for warp core upgrades. It is also used to construct shuttles to hire allied ships for combat and advance in the tech tree. Dilithium is a valuable trading resource. Then deuterium. Transformed into energy into the warp core. It can also be used to replicate food. Cycles. A cycle is a time unit. Cycles will pass while Voyager is traveling. The displayed number of cycles indicates how many cycles it takes until deuterium is depleted and the energy system switch to gray mode or the batteries. Cycles it takes until deuterium is depleted. I see the blue bar. So are we talking about the blue and the yellow touching together? I don't know. Energy. Energy is provided by the warp core and is used to operate every room inside Voyager. Each warp core tier provides a different amount of energy. So 1 deuterium equals 5 energy, or 24 deuterium equals 120 energy and 1 cycle, I guess. Interesting. Okay. Batteries. They serve as a temporary energy source when the energy demand is higher than the energy output or when deuterium is depleted, delaying the activation of the gray mode if enough energy is stored. Uranium is a basic building resource required for constructing and repairing rooms, researching new technologies, repairing the hull, crafting, unlocking new tech, and tiers and shuttle construction. Titanium, an advanced resource required for constructing and repairing rooms, crafting, resource production, unlocking new tech tree tiers, and shuttle construction. And then food. Food is served in the mess hall as food rations and is required to feed the crew. It is also needed to produce bio-neural gel packs. It can be produced in hydroponics bay. Okay. And then the crew. The crew is the heart and soul of Voyager. It is required to operate rooms but needs quarters, rations, and treatment when they are sick or injured. Morale influences how productive your crew is working. We need Neelix! Work teams are required to perform repairs, construction, and hull repair on board Voyager. Wow, there is so much to look at. My goodness. I hope I'm able to keep track of everything. Woo, we'll see. Alright, so totally lost track. What are we doing? Collect and store uranium to repair the transporter room. Alright, so we gotta go to that planet. So let's set a course there. Captain, we found an abandoned ship adrift in space. Okay. So we found a ship at the planet? Is that what happened? Well, let's get the stuff there. Woohoo! We got 44 uranium. Cool. We now have all the uranium we need. Cool. Engineering is standing by to repair the transporter, Captain. Damaged rooms are not operational. Select a room to bring up the room controls. If you have resources and work teams needed, you can initiate repairs. Okay. Transporter room is damaged, and we can repair it with 1 crewmate and 14 uranium. Alright. Transporter room is repairing. Transporters are back online, Captain. Cool. Mr. Paris, set a course for the array. She did not say cool, I did. It's time we got some answers. Alright, so we gotta go back to the array now. I can zoom in. Sorry, I will zoom in next time. That way we see a little bit more details up close. Ensign Kim and Mr. Paris, get ready for your first away mission. Away missions present a series of challenges. Heroes possess skills and traits. Select heroes with matching skills for your away team. Okay. So you can see 2 slots are available here. We choose Tom Paris and Harry Kim. So it looks like on the left side we have these requirements. What if I can I deselect? Okay, so I can't deselect, but you guys saw, if you guys saw real quick, some of these were grayed out, in which case I guess we need certain specific crewmates to fill these roles, and if not, then we might not be able to succeed in the away mission. So very interesting. Let's start the mission. Decide on an approach, and select the hero to complete the challenge with the appropriate skill. If the skill is lower than the requirement, the success chance is displayed. Alright, so... very interesting. Alright. Captain, we seem to have materialized in the middle of a cornfield. This place it's eerily similar to Earth, but something's off. Any suggestions on what we do next? Look for any footprints or strange noises, or scan for any life signs or strange energy signals. So I have 25... what is it? I don't remember what this one is. In any case, we have 29 here, and we only have 25. Or, the science part of it, we have 33. Or we have 29, but we need 33. So there's a little risk involved. Okay, so... like that, and then our bar increases depending on what we do. Lock in. Okay. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Let's go with scans of life. Higher chance, right? It's a higher chance. Yeah, it was a higher chance. Alright, so let's do this one. Success. Harry and Tom use their tricorders to scan for life signs to detect a strange energy spike emanating from a room nearby. Following the readings, they navigate through the cornfield to find a farm with people working the fields. An old man sits on the porch of a nearby farmhouse, strumming a banjo. After a challenge, the participating team members are fatigued, and their skill values are reduced. Let them rest for the next challenge to recover and plan ahead accordingly. Okay, so we can see here the red bars indicating how much we lose, I assume. Okay. So because I use Harry Kim, you guys can see over here on the right side of the screen, he has now less... I don't know what you want to call these things. Attributes? Skills? They're decreased. Okay. Captain, this old man seems harmless enough. He might know what's going on here. How should we approach him? My goodness. Guarantee it? Demand to know what is going on. Try to read his body language for any clues. Argue with facts that this can't be a farm on Earth. This is exactly what happened in the show. Alright, so the left is... this is Tom Paris talking. The right side is Harry Kim talking. Interesting. So in some points, I guess we could put both in at the same exact time, too. Let's do... demand to know. Just kidding. Try to read his body language for any clues. Ooh. Nice. Harry and Tom discreetly observe the old man, trying to analyze his body language. Something feels off, like he is putting on an act, but they can't quite put a finger on why. The old man seems perplexed by their presence, muttering about Harry and Tom being early, or how it is not their turn yet. He invites them to stay on the farm and wait, offering them some fresh corn cobs. Okay. You can select more than one hero for a challenge if they possess the required skill. If the accumulated skill value is equal or higher than the required number, you have a chance for a critical success, golden part of the chance bar. Ah, okay, critical success, interesting. The old man isn't much help. We'll try to find the marquee ourselves. There's a large barn behind the farmhouse. The tricord readings are off the charts. There's definitely something strange about it, especially that back wall. Alright, so in this case we could do both, and it gives us a crit. I'm assuming it's asking us to do that, so let's try and do that. Because if we just do one, there's less success. What happens if we get a crit? It didn't actually say that. Maybe it'll automatically give it to us. Let's try. I guess not. Just FYI, the bar itself, I'm not controlling it. It's just controlling itself. So I don't know what the critical success would have indicated, but we'll see. We do get deuterium though. Harry and Tom try to disrupt the energy field, causing a flicker in the air. But before they can break the illusion, the people from the field burst in, wielding farm tools as weapons. The old man appears and reveals the barn is an illusion, the back wall dissolving to show a bluish, glowing room where unconscious people, including a tattooed man and a half-Klingon woman, lie on surgical tables. Sometimes you have to make major decisions that influence how the story proceeds. These decisions are marked with a gold outline. Okay. These people must be the missing Maquis. They are being held here, Captain. We must get them out of here. So we got pilot, or wake up the tattooed man, or wake up the half-Klingon woman. So we get to choose which one we want to do. If we do Harry, there's a critical success chance, in which we have no chance of fail. But if we do Tom, then we have a little bit of failure. Interesting. In which we see the rewards as well. Very interesting. I wonder which one would dictate, which one we should do. Obviously, I think we should do the one that succeeds, right? Let's wake up. Your choice has consequences. Oh, interesting. Harry sprints towards the half-Klingon woman, hoping to rouse her. As he reaches out, the old man stops him, a look of concern on his face. Before Harry can react, a blinding white light fills the room, and everything goes blank. Mission complete. And we also leveled up both Paris and Kim. Successful challenges 4. Critical successes 0. Injury-free bonus, Sector 1. Total 300 experience. Alright, cool, I guess. A sudden return. Tom Paris unavailable. Captain Janeway anxiously awaits the return of her away team when Harry Kim unexpectedly materializes behind her. What happened on their way? Well, I'm back on Voyager? What happened over there, Miss Kim? We lost contact with you for several hours. Hours? We were just there, right, Tom? Tom? Seems like he's still on the array. I hope. Captain, we're being held by the Maquis. Starfleet, I don't know what you did to our commander, but I can still ram this wreck into your precious starship. Ram us? One of our own is also missing. It would make sense to postpone the ramming until we're all accounted for. Does that sound reasonable? We're beaming over. Despite Janeway's invitation, the arrival of the Maquis crew is fraught with tension. Both sides remain wary as they prepare to discuss their shared predicament. So it's like interesting, because I chose the Harry Kim option instead of Chakotay. Now we have B'Elanna, and Harry Kim and B'Elanna are here on the ship, whereas in the show it was Chakotay and Tom Paris. Very interesting. Don't play games, Starfleet. We're armed and ready to defend ourselves. I wouldn't have it any other way. Glad to have you back, Tuvok. Likewise, Captain. Miss Torres, I must inform you that I was assigned to infiltrate the Maquis. I never liked you, Vulcan. That is unsurprising. I assure you, I perform my Maquis duties to the highest standards. Ptak. I didn't know that was how it's spelled. That's interesting. You win some, you lose some. Let's focus on bringing Mr. Paris and your commander back. His name is Chakotay, and we can't get back in that easily. They're sealed, and their communications are cut off. Lieutenant Tuvok, get down to engineering and find a way to bypass whatever's jamming our communications. Report back as soon as you have a solution. Captain, the ship status remains critical. Repair protocols are imperative. We require resources and engineering office to mobilize additional workforces. Prioritize life support, secure core decks, and restore Deck 5 functionality first to gain access to the engineering office. Whoa, there is so much going on, my goodness. I am going to be dry mouth for the rest of the day after this. To be able to supply power to a room, you need to activate the life support units, of the corresponding deck. Each life support unit consumes energy, so plan accordingly. Can I zoom out? Okay, so here's an overall look of the ship. Wow, that is crazy. Look, you can zoom in. Oh my god, you can really zoom in. Whoa! That is cool. Look at that. I could zoom in on parts of the ship. Can I move around the room, or how do I do this? Okay. Oh, right click. Okay, there we go. Oh my god, look at the detail. Holy crap. That's cool. I mean, you can even see the crewmates working. Wow. That is crazy. You can see other parts too. Wow. Navigational deflector. Oh god, look at this. This is so cool. I mean, look, even the wall. This wall has the ship itself. It's like, look at that detail. Like, I move this way and it's like, oh my god, you can see everything. That's incredible. I definitely need to drink more. Wow. I mean, look at this detail. I mean, look, you can see all the scratches on the metal too. That's crazy. Oh my goodness. The detail on this is insane. And then here's the bridge. Nice. Who are you? Just kidding. Okay. Anyways. Alright, so life support. Let's switch this on. Life support restored on deck 5, Captain. Engineering office is now accessible. And of course, it's a mess. We'll have to fix it before we can even use it. Engineering office. Repair. Repairs in progress. Until completion, it would be logical to scan all planets in the system, gather more deuterium and uranium. Alright, so I'm zoomed in now, right? I can see the ship flying around there, right? That's kind of cool, the small details of that. I'm sure that as we do more, the map will get bigger. We'll see more ships flying around everywhere. Wow, this is so crazy. Look at the detail on this thing. Oh my god, look how much I zoomed in on this. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. Class G. G? G star. Interesting. Or Class E planet. Oh my god, look at the detail. I mean, granted, it's, you know, pretty simple stuff, but it looks so good. It looks so good. Oh my god, I could rotate it too. Oh, jeez. Wow. That's crazy. Oh, I love it. Oh god, look at it. Interstellar cloud. Wow. This game is quite impressive. I will say that. It is very impressive. Okay, cool. I'm okay. Let's see. So let's scan for this one. A Class P planet. Let's scan it. There is deuterium there. And then what's this one? Class Y planet. Scanning. Deuterium. A debris field. Scanning. Is this where Neelix is going to be? I don't know. Do we have to scan all of them? Explore this system and gather more resources. Oh, I couldn't scan, but I don't think it's taking up any cycles. Uranium, deuterium. Deuterium. Do I scan everything? Cloud, deuterium. So it's only the ones with question marks I can scan. Okay, Class Y, deuterium, or duranium. I get used to that. Okay, so our deuterium levels are actually quite high right now, I would think, and our max is 1,000. So let's go for somewhere with duranium in the meantime. So we already got those two. So let's, I guess in this case, let's go to this Class L planet that gives duranium. Engineering office repaired. Close the report to automatically finish all actions. Activate all activatable rooms and collect all resources from the removed rooms. Enter ship to manage manually. Okay. Well, cool. Engineering office fully operational again, Captain. We now have an additional work team to carry out 2 tasks simultaneously. Building or repairing rooms. Even clearing debris occupies work teams. To be able to carry out several tasks at the same time, obtain additional teams by building or upgrading engineering offices. Wow, that's so much work. Logically, we should focus on Deck 2 and Mess Hall to ensure the crew's food supply, maintaining the physical endurance. This requires reactivating life support in that section first. Oh my goodness. The morale bar shows your current morale. The change to morale per cycle and icons indicating your crew's needs. Open the overview screen and switch to morale to get detailed info about your crew's needs. Your decisions to ship management... In ship management, food, crew quarters, etc., etc., and events affect crew morale. If morale falls to 0, the crew mutinies and the game is over. And the game is over. Oh my goodness. Okay. Current morale is 3,000. Reachable amount is reachable. Okay, is 2,800. Max amount is 4,000. Minus 80 per cycle. Okay. Quarterless, there's 50, and emergency rations, there's 50. Okay. You can find detailed information about morale in the morale overview. Okay. Morale overview. Did it show me that? Hold on a second. Open the morale overview. Got it. So if we do this, well, I'll figure that out later. Let's do this. Life support. Switch on. Life support restored on Deck 2. Captain, access to the mess hall is now possible. However, it is sustained... Look at all the debris on the background, by the way. Look at that. It's crazy. However, it has sustained extensive damage. Emergency rations are currently deployed. After repair, the crew can access replicator rations again. Okay. Repairs in progress. Requires 3 cycles. Until completion, we should address crew accommodation. The ruined room must be cleared to create room for residential sections. The ship is heavily damaged, and many parts are destroyed beyond repair. To free up new building space, you will first have to remove the remnants of the old. Select the room. Give order to clear the debris. Removing debris takes time. To pass time, travel on the map. Okay. Ruined room. So, we have other options too as well. You can use a work team to clear it up for more building space and gain a few resources. You get 16 duranium by clearing the room. Okay. While waiting for our work teams to finish, we should continue to collect more resources. Very well. Another cycle went by. We are at a abandoned mining station. We came across an abandoned mining station. The station is under lockdown and seems to be damaged. So there's orange. But there's... So higher risk, but better reward. Rare parts of the mining station to mine some resources. Why not take a risk? Aw, we're full of duranium. That's okay. That's great. Look, we're full. Basic building, researching new technology, repairing the hull, crafting, unlocking. Can I, let's see. How do I get back to my ship? Here, ship. Okay, so, can I repair other systems? So I have no work teams waiting, so, yeah. Because they're repairing the room and they're repairing the mess hall. Alright, so I can't do any other repairs at this time, so we're max on duranium. So now we should probably just go get deuterium, unless there's something else we can find, which I didn't see anything else. Alright, it's all deuterium now. Okay. So I guess we should head back to this planet then. Or we could go shipwreck here. Let's go to this one, I guess. With that, the mess hall is repaired. Mess hall repairs are complete, Captain. We should switch to replicator rations now. It would enhance the crew's well-being. Alright, with every cycle your crew consumes rations. You can always use emergency rations, which don't require resources, but lower morale. The crew is used to consume premium rations made by the replicator. Those increase morale, but consume deuterium. Okay. Very interesting. So, the morale is now at 2560. Well, since we're going to get more deuterium anyways, let's just do this one. Replicator rations are now issued to the crew captain. Yay! We're a little happy. And according to this, one more cycle, this room will be complete. Shield generator. Requires 2 cycles. So maybe I should... I mean, I don't know if I should even, like, get those things back up and running now. Because it's still a tutorial, right? And then we can see our objectives in the top left. Keep exploring system while repairs are in progress. Wait until the room is cleared. What happens if I start the shield generator, even though the game didn't tell me to do it? Shouldn't I do it and have a shield generator up and running anyways? Torpedo launch bay, shuttle bay, arrow shutter bay, phaser control room. Oh, maybe this would probably be actually more important, right? Because we need weapons. Wow. I mean, it doesn't even say like we can't do it, right? Maybe if I click it, maybe it'll say, yo, we shouldn't do that right now. And sick bay. We should probably get sick bay up and running, shouldn't we? Let's do sick bay. Oh shit. Okay, so yeah, sick bay is going now. So cool. And then let's head back to let's head to this planet, I guess. And collect more deuterium. Ruined room dismantled. Okay. And since that is ready, ruined room removal concluded. Maybe we should rebuild some crew quarters now. It will do wonders for morale, Captain. To build new rooms, select the empty building space to bring up the construction menu. If you have enough work teams and resources, you can build the room. Every room needs a corresponding area, so plan accordingly. What do we got? Maintenance, crew, technology, combat, Borg technology. Build emergency quarters. You can find under the crew in the build menu. Crew, see. Emergency quarters, crew quarters, office quarters, officers' quarters, sick bay, holodeck, and observation lounge. Interesting. So it's telling us to do the emergency quarters, which requires 2 energy, 25 uranium, construction, 1 person, or 1 crew, 6 cycles, and room size. Okay, so let's do this one. So there we go. And then, alright, so 2 more cycles went by. Sick bay is now operational. Sick bay. Injured and sick crew will be placed in sick bay automatically. After treatment, they'll go back to work. Increase the efficiency of sick bay by assigning a suitable hero. Okay, well, I guess in this case, takes energy. I guess I didn't need sickbay now, so I guess I can switch that off for the cycle since we could save on energy for that. So, which is draining our deuterium levels. So yeah, so all these extra things right now, we actually don't need because they're just extras. So unless the game tells us to, so cool. But yeah, I could spend the time repairing stuff while we're doing other things. So let's get the shield generator up and running then. Since I have a crew available. And we have cycles to go through anyways. Heck, I even have time for another one too. So I need life support on these specific levels in order to do more stuff. Interesting. I like that. That's kind of cool. Very interactive. Battery compartment. Room. So if we do life support, so it takes energy for each floor. Holodeck, we don't really need that. Phaser control room. So we'll probably actually need this floor, which has life support actually. So maybe we get the phaser control room repaired since probably need weapons, right? Alright, cool. Let's go back to the sheet. How do I go back to the map? I forget. There we go. Alright, so now we've made it back to the small debris. What is this? Collect any easily accessible resources from the scattered debris field. Or use the tractor beam to try to clump up the debris for easier collection. We get a lot more deuterium, but it's 50-50. Oh, okay. That's very interesting. What's my max? I only need 500. Because I can only hold 1,000 right now. Is there a way we can increase the deuterium level? Probably not right now. So let's just do the regular one. Because that's all we can do right now. That's all we can hold. So, okay. Cool. Build emergency quarters. Wasn't it already going? Oh, I have to build it. I thought I was building it. What? Oh. I thought I was building it. Hey, game. Okay, well. I guess in the meantime, let's go to this debris field, I guess. Alright, shield generator and phaser control are online each. Let's see. Let's take a look real quick. Shield generator. I guess we should leave the shields on. That way we have shields. And then, what did I do? This one. Phaser control room. Phaser control room fires a powerful beam that deals moderate damage to shields and moderate damage to hull. Providing more energy to weapons increases fire rate. Okay, well, I think we'll definitely need weapons. It might even influence our decisions later. Since already the game itself is already different from what happened in the show. Clearly, this is very interactive. It is accounting for a lot of what's it called? Decision making. And already we're doing things way differently than we did in the show. So that's very cool. Let's go to this room. So emergency quarters. There we go. Alright, your crew is the lifeblood of your ship. Each room requires personnel to operate, so keep this in mind when adding new rooms or upgrades. Don't forget to provide the necessary accommodation or morale may drop faster than you like. Okay. Okay. C. Caretaker is calling us. Captain, the array's jamming signal has been neutralized. We should be able to establish communication. Let's hope they respond. Hail the array. This is so different. Who's this? Why are you bothering me? Oh, it's you. Why are you back? You don't have what I need. I remember that voice. Captain, it's the old man with the banjo, but his form is entirely different compared to how we appeared in their way. I'm Captain Jerry of the Federation starship Voyager. We mean you no harm. We just want our people back. Your people? Your people are no longer here. They might have what I need. You'll just have to leave them. Alright, so now we get some options. Yeah, definitely don't let B'Elanna talk, that's for sure. That's probably a really bad idea. Optional. Scan the array for Tom and Chakotay. It's optional, right? So it should be no problem. I won't rely on words of a stranger. Scan the array for life signs. No sign of the captain. No humanoid lifetime indicated at all. Who or what are we talking to right now? So I literally did play a part. Although the way that Jay worded that was very rude. That's pretty funny. Okay. Obviously, Janeway appealed to her, the guys in humanity. Tell us where they are. We are entrusted with their safety. Their families and friends rely on us to bring them home. They are our responsibility. Perhaps that is the case, but I have no time. There just isn't enough time. Time for what? No, you're stealing my time. Don't you understand? I don't have time. Not enough time. We've been cut off, Captain. You're used to talking it out back home, but out here, next time, let me do the talking. Your methods might have worked against the Cardassians, but this is a different kind of adversary. Captain, Commander, I fail to see how this spirited debate will help us locate our missing crew members. Perhaps a more logical approach would be beneficial. You're right, Tuvok. It seems that the Delta Quadrant is getting to our heads. What do you suggest? I observed that the array has been sending energy pulses towards the 5th planet of the neighboring system ever since our arrival. Given the lack of information regarding our missing crew's location, investigating this planet appears to be the most logical step. It's the only lead we have. Thoughts, Miss Torres? We're stuck with each other, Janeway. We work together and go our separate ways. Fine? Helm, set a course for the 5th planet of the neighboring system. Let's find our people. Set a course for the 5th planet of the neighboring system. Maximum warp. The sector map shows the entire sector with several star systems. Okay. You can either travel directly to another system, or you can scan the system first and select a specific pole to visit. Okay, well, I'm still visiting this debris, which our deuterium levels are still at a pretty efficient thing. I don't think we need to collect anything. Leave for now? Okay, so it still sits there. Perfect. Did anything finish? Building. I have a crew standing by, actually. Well. Oh, it needs uranium to repair life support. Well then. About torpedo launch bay, uranium again. Deuterium's to do stuff, right? So engineering office. Add work team. Okay, so that's nothing. Oh man, there's so much to look at. Aero shuttle bay. Receive trade offers. Send your aero wing to trade resources or reduce the threat level. Only one trade can be active at a time. But it needs the research. What is this? Titanium. It needs titanium to do that, so can't do that. Well, with phaser control online, maybe we should get the science lab operational as well. That require 2 cycles. Let's go to the sector thing. So we're here in system 4000. System 4784. What? Okay. So there's not much I can do here. So if I zoom out all the way, I can change out the sector as well. So it's telling us to go here. Can I just no, I have to just scan. There we go. So now we can see the star system here. It is telling us to go to the Ocampo home planet right here. So let's I cannot scan it, so mouse just set a course. Let's go. Enter ship. It says science laboratory. Open tech tree. Ooh, nice. Didn't teach me to do this, but I'm going to do it anyways. Cool. So we have 155 of the science stuff, 15 of the, I forget what that's called. Okay, so inspired work for higher morale. Bonuses are increased by 20%. Ooh. So it's different things we can do. Borg. Oh, so we can't do Borg yet. Cargo bay. Cargo bay level 2. Increase storage capacity for all resources by 50%. Oh, yeah. Considering how much deuterium we're actually finding, maybe I should do that. Requires 70 of the thing. 16 cycles. Can I unlock this? How do I do this? No? Maybe I can't do it right now. Oh, it's locked. It's locked. Okay, so in order to get that... No, just... I don't know. I don't understand, actually. Maybe I can't do... Oh, so we need... So the lock symbol indicates that it's locked. And until we find a way to actually unlock this, I can't do anything about it. What I can do is this plasma torch on the left side. Clearing ruined rooms gives 25% more resources. Well, I don't want to clear rooms. Okay. I can't see what's behind here because the thing's in the way. Okay, well, crew. Inspired workforce, higher morale threshold. Okay. Or science. No. Combat. Hull reinforcements. Increases maximum hull integrity. Well, I don't really need that either. So I can't really do anything. Only inspired workforce, I guess. It requires 14 cycles, which is fine, I guess, because we're traveling. So, high morale threshold. Bonuses are increased by 20%. Why not, right? Why not? So let's do this. Nice. Oh, tier 2. Oh, okay, I get it. So oh, okay. That makes more sense. Okay, got it. So, in order to get cargo bay level 2 like I wanted to, I need to research tier 2. But because now I'm researching this one in crew, I can't do that. Got it. That makes sense. Okay. I get it. Alright, so let's get out here since I'm done with this. I do have one crew standing by. Let's clear the debris in the meantime. Okay. Traveling. Emergency quarters. Alright, emergency quarters is cleared. Optional. Clear more ruined room and build emergency quarters for the entire crew. Got it. So what do we got here? Accommodates... One room accommodates 12 people. Nice. It even shows you what they do. Well, that's so interesting. Okay. Cool. Well, let's get more life support online then. Battery compartment. Battery discharge and temporary supply missing energy before gray mode is activated. Okay, well, I don't think we'll need this right now. Oh, we can't even do it anyways right now. What's this called? Titanium, because we need titanium. Alright, so let's get this one online then. Oh, I can't. Never mind. I can't get everything online because I need the resources. Very well. Is there anything I can do in the meantime? Doesn't seem like it. I could repair places, but I can't get more rooms operational. Okay. There's no life, so I can't do it because yeah, there's no life support. Okay, very interesting. Well, in that case, the only thing I can do, I guess, is just repair the torpedo launch bay. I mean, I might as well get that up and running, right? Torpedo launch bay is active. In the meantime, since I don't think we'll really need it, so let's switch that off for now. And then we do the workshop. Our uranium level is actually quite low. Maybe I should wait on that for now. Alright, so we are now at the Ocampa planet. Investigate the 5th planet. Okay. So let's, Captain, we've reached our destination. Orders? Oh my goodness. So much talking. Alright, let's see what we have here. A new lead. Following the ray's energy pulses, Voyager discovers a desert planet with a harsh, unforgiving landscape. Are Tom Paris and Commander Chakotay perhaps being held in this place? What makes this place so special? General scan. Check the energy pulses. Well, do that then. Anything noteworthy about the energy pulses? They are consistently targeting a single location, a barren piece of the desert. I recommend an away team investigation the area. There's something else. The interval between each pulse had decreased by 0.47 seconds since we left the array. They're getting faster. Nancy said he was running out of time, right? Whatever that means, we'd better hurry. General scan of the planet. Let's see what we can learn about this planet. It has all the basic characteristics of an N-class planet, but no ocean, no river, nothing. However, there are settlements. Analyze the planet's atmosphere. Let's take a look at what happened here. The atmosphere contains no nucleogenic particles, Captain. The planet is incapable of producing rain. I've studied thousands of M-class planets, but I've never seen an atmosphere without nucleogenics. There must have been some kind of extraordinary environmental disaster. You can study the planet in detail after we've rescued Chakotay. Prepare and away team. We'll examine this world firsthand. So I love how it's still consistent with the show. Even the wording, right? That's pretty cool. And look, it's Neelix. Captain, a small ship is approaching. They're hailing us. That's not the correct, right? We should have went to a debris field. On screen. Neelix, a peculiar alien with a mischievous grin, greets Voyager from his chaotic vessel. Neither Starfleet nor the Maquis have ever seen such a species before. Perhaps an inhabitant of the Delta Quadrant? Look at the view screen. His hair is kind of funky. Greetings. Looking for something on this dusty old rock? Would we find anything, Mr. Neelix? Never seen a ship like yours. Let me guess. You're whisked away from somewhere else in the galaxy and brought here against your will. Sounds as though you've heard the story before. Thousands of times. Well, hundreds of times. Maybe 50 times. But the caretaker has been bringing ships here for months now. The caretaker? That's what the Ocampa call him. He probably snatched some of your crew too, right? They're likely down on the planet with the Ocampa. But Captain, it's a tricky place. Dangerous. You could use a guide, but of course a guide needs a little, compensation. Sounds fair. Wonderful. To be honest, I've had it rough recently. Those pesky void voles have been nibbling away at my supplies. Some food and water would be most welcome. If you help us find our missing crew, get all the food and water you want. It's a deal. Neelix has been recruited. Alright, cool. Is there a way I could see my crew count? Maybe it's on the bridge, maybe? Mess hall? So morale is always going to be up because I have premium rations always indicated here. Okay. Heroes. Assign a hero to the room to receive an efficiency bonus. Management. Okay, well, I could just add him, right? Shouldn't be a problem. Haha, cool. Okay, so there's nothing there. Science lab. Good. Here, Kim. Alright, so I should probably do this more often than not, right? Phaser room control. Obviously, that is Tuvok. And then shield generator. Engineering office. Of course, engineering should be B'Elanna. There. Cool. I think that should work out. I don't know what all this really entails, but this should be good for us, right? Hopefully we just find some titanium in this location, because I would like to repair some of that other stuff. Workshop. Engineers craft items and torpedoes within the workshop. Crafting an item costs resources and takes time. If I do this, I will run out of duranium pretty much. So maybe I'll skip on that for now. Let me just scan some of these places real quick. Duranium there. Spatial anomaly. Stable spatial anomaly is not dangerous, but could provide valuable scientific data. Duranium there. So this place has a lot of duranium. I wonder, because I'm pretty sure these resources are not infinite. So what happens if we collect the resources of these planets? If after a certain amount of cycles, do the resources replenish? I wonder. Because if they don't replenish, that means this game is totally limited, and therefore I will eventually have a game over. Alright, well, all of our resources are actually kind of low. Neelix is ready to talk. Neelix is ready to talk. What do I do with that? Yeah. Do I go here? I don't know. Neelix is ready to talk. I don't know what I'm doing now. What's this? Nothing to review. Okay. I need to figure out what I'm doing now. Should I just get resources? I don't know. It says Neelix is ready to talk, but I don't know what I'm supposed to do now. I can't set a course to the planet. I was supposed to prepare a away team, but I don't see anything that indicates I can do such a thing. Okay, well, I guess in the meantime, I guess we could just go to the planet over here and get resources? I don't know. Alright, so the ruined room is complete. so we do this. There we go. I need uranium for all this stuff, so I can't do anything here. Okay, so I guess I'll just wait on all this. I don't know if we can do anything at the moment. Okay, so what do we got? Abandoned vessel at the planet? That's funny. Destroy the vessel and salvage debris. That's funny. If I got the torpedo launch bay up, we could have did that, but we don't have that. So let's do this one for uranium. Perfect. Nice. We got a good supply now. Comms. Okay. Caretaker's calling. What's up? What a delicious meal. A culinary masterpiece. I've never encountered such a tangy but comforting, smooth, yet vibrant concoction. What was it called again? Tomato soup. Tomato soup. I'm something of a culinary wizard myself, you know. My Alfredo hair pasta bowl is widely known for its bold, mouth-watering taste. Mr. Neelix, I am pleased you are enjoying yourself, but we need your assistance now. Ah, yes, your missing crew, right? Scan the southern continent and look for a range of dead volcanoes. At their foot, you'll find a Kazon Ogla encampment. Kazon what? One Kazon sect of many. They control this part of the quadrant. They're a bit difficult, but with the right approach, even they can be reasoned with. I thought you said the Okampa had our people. Well, the Okampa do have your people. It's just finding them is a bit tricky. My old pal, Maj Jabin. Maj? Is that? I thought it was Maj with the Jabin, the Ogla leader. Yeah, it is Maj, okay. Might know where to look. He's a nice guy, a bit gruff, but he owes me a favor. Ask for more information about the Kazon Ogla. Anything else we should know about these Kazon Ogla? Water is a precious commodity around these parts. The Ogla, they most likely get theirs through trade, so a little liquid diplomacy would go a long way. Send a team down. Very well, preparing away team, you'll accompany them, Mr. Neelix. Bad idea. Fly back to Okampa. Okay, cool. Let me go to my science lab. That's right. So 5 cycles remaining on the science lab. So I can't do anything there. Does this have a max? No, right? Let me go to this debris field since it's right next to us. Alright. Our sensors have detected a small but stable spatial anomaly. It is not dangerous, but could provide valuable scientific data. For 10 more, the risk is not worth it. So let's just do the first one. Nice. Awesome. Might as well get deuterium while we're here because it's only 1 cycle. And we'll fly back. Alright. Sensor detect a dense cloud of interstellar gas with an unusually high concentration of deuterium. Deploy collector probes for a safer, less efficient than collection. That will give us to about 800 something. Or we could go maximum and risk maneuver Voyager into the unknown. We saw our collectors. In which we will sustain damage if we do not succeed, but we will be max of the deuterium. High risk, high reward. We lost 20 hull. But we did get... Oh, 20% reward distribution. Oh. So it did not go our way. That's not good. Okay. That's unfortunate. We lost 20 hull. Where can we see our hull? How do we know where our damage is? Let's see. I don't see anything that indicates our, what's it called? Our hull damage. Yeah, I don't see anything that indicates our hull damage. How do we know how much damage we have on the ship? I have no clue. I took 20 damage and I have no idea how to interpret how much damage I took. That's so funny. Okay, maybe it doesn't matter right now, perhaps. So as we see, these things are gone, right? Maybe, can we look at this? So yeah, these things don't look like they recover their resources. So I wonder if that means resources are truly, what's it called? Are truly limited. Because if that's the case, I may have just screwed myself trying to investigate this interstellar cloud, and I didn't get the deuterium I needed, and I took damage. That's not good. In any case, let's head back to the Ocampo homeworld. Emergency quarters is active, or available. Cool. We have some crewmates that aren't working? That are not working, okay. Well, crew's happy, right? Still need to get more people, or more space. Do more crew. But I need 2 space, so I can't do that. Cargo bay requires 3. So I can't do board. So I can't do anything with this small space then, huh? Oh, the room size. Oh, there we go. So this is locked. See, I can't do anything with this small room. I have 2 cruise things available, but I cannot actually do anything right now. Because I have no titanium. I can repair the workshop. I guess we could do that. What the shuttle bay? No, I need titanium. No titanium. So we are officially done with all repairs that we can possibly do at this current time. Okay. Good to know. Alright, I guess we just need to worry about this. Inspired workforce is complete. Cool. Can we get tier 2? I do have, what's it called? Whatever the thing is. Begin research of tier 2. Perfect. That will give us a lot more things to do later on. What is it called? Dilithium. That's what it's called. Dilithium. Alright, so we are now doing that. That's good. Fly back to Ocampo. Captain, we reached our destination. Orders. Send an away team. Alright, so our away team, as you guys can see, here we go. There's some things that are grayed out, so we do require some specific crewmates. Obviously, Tuvok is required because he has a bunch of combat expertise. Boom. And that actually fulfills everything we need. Recommended traits: Talaxian, Survivalist, and Innovator. Can we put more than one person? So we don't have a survivalist, but we can put Balana in for extra for the Innovator. Is there a way I can take the person off? What if I don't want the person anymore? I don't think there's a way. As soon as I click it, I guess that means they're in. It doesn't look like I can do anything else. Okay, but that's fine. I mean, it's not like it's hurting me. So let's go. The away team materialized in a small valley between the dead volcanoes. Oh, survivalist would have been Chakotay probably. Yeah. So either way, there was no way I could complete it entirely. The away team materialized in a small valley between the dead volcanoes. The sun burns down on them mercilessly. The air is hot and dry, and a sandy wind whips into their eyes. Captain, our tricars are malfunctioning, probably because of the energy impulses. How do we get our bearings in this dust bowl? Okay. They cannot do this, because survivalist is not an option. Struggle through to a vantage point. Oh boy. Surely I won't fail. The team pushes forward, battling the strong winds and low visibility. Finally, they emerge onto a ledge with a clearer view of the surrounding area. In the distance, they spot Kazon Olga settlement. However, the wind is picking up, and a massive sandstorm is approaching from the south. Captain, a sandstorm is heading our way. We need to find cover, fast. There's even crit chances on these. So what happens if we get a crit chance, right? The reward should increase. Build a temporary shelter for what we can find. Sure, let's try. Or maybe I want the uranium more, because if I do Belana by herself, the reward is already higher than this. Maybe you just do Belana by herself. I think that might actually be better. Because I don't really know what the crit does, and if there's no chance that the crit gives me... Even if it gave me double, it wouldn't even equal that much that Belana would give me. Belana wastes no time with impressive efficiency. She swiftly constructs a wind-resistant shelter from the surrounding debris, all the while grumbling about the perceived incompetence of the Starfleet team. After what seems like an eternity, the storm subsides. The away team emerges unharmed and sets off in the direction of the Kazon Ogla settlement. Nice, we got uranium. Perfect. Captain, we've reached the settlement. How should we approach the people here? Let Neelix do the talking. Oh yeah, that's fantastic. We do get plus 200 morale if we do that. So obviously we will do that. And there's a crit chance, of course. Neelix bounds forward, greeting the Kazon Olga with his usual boisterous manner. The women and children seem to recognize him, but their expressions are skeptical rather than welcoming. The men approach cautiously, weapons in hand. A tall Kazon emerges from the settlement. Jamin, their leader. At the sight of Neelix, his face darkens, and in the background, a badly bruised young woman who looks nothing like the Kazon, but more like a human with pointy ears, peers around a corner. Seems like the Kazon don't find Neelix as charming as he lets to believe. How should we appease them, Captain? If we exchange, we can get uranium, or we can increase morale. Well, morale is already okay. Look, we have a really big crit chance, or we could do security and get nothing. So obviously, let's trade. Crit chance? Critical success. The away team offers Jamin water from their replicators. Fascinated by this technology, Jamin accepts the offer and becomes more receptive. He explains that the Okampa live underground. Their access controlled by the caretaker, who also provides their only source of water. As proof, Jamin points to the bruised woman he is holding as a slave. As an Okampa, he explains that she is one of few who have managed to reach the surface. Suddenly, Neelix grabs a phaser. He points at Jamin and demands the Okampa woman be freed. We do get 22 uranium. Wasn't the reward 15? I think it was 15, right? I have to look at that. Because if that was the case, really, crit chance really isn't that much more resources. Sometimes certain approaches away and raid missions bear additional risks. Dangerous approaches are marked by a danger level. Failing such a challenge can result in injuries or fatalities. Okay. Things are getting out of hand, Captain. We should retreat. We can secure the retreat with phaser fire, or we can try and appease and carefully withdraw. If we do it with phaser fire, we get rewarded, and it's a much higher chance of what Neelix is doing. Let me do that. It's like the game was literally tempting. Hey, if you do this option, you will fail and you will be punished. The raid team's attempt to secure the retreat with phaser fire proved somewhat effective, but the Kazon returned fire with greater accuracy. The raid team suffers minor injuries before managing to escape, so I don't get any reward. That sucks. Okay. Tuvok escapes. Yeah, the security officer who should be the best attacker is the one who got injured. Cool, I guess. I got Duranium and I got Morale, so cool. Now we have a reason to have sickbay operational. More than gratitude? Safely back on Voyager, Neelix surprises the rest of the away team as he and the rescued woman kiss passionately. How deep does the relationship between the two go? My dearest Cass, didn't I promise I'd save you? I knew you would come for me, my love. You lied and endangered my crew. This is not how trust is built, Mr. Neelix. He was desperate, Captain, but I understand. I want to repay you and your crew for saving me. As Javen said, the access to the underground state is controlled by the Caretaker. This is a tunnel, but the Caretaker sealed it with a security barrier. We may be able to transport through the barrier if it has the slightest breach. A transporter signal amplifier would be necessary. Excellent idea. Kess, can you help us once we've located the breach? Of course, it's the least I can do. I'm grateful. Now, we have things to do. Ask Kess what she knows about the Caretaker. Ask Kess about Neelix met. Ask Kess why she came to the surface. What does she know about the Caretaker? What can you tell us about the Caretaker? For generations, he has provided the Ocampa with food, water, energy, and protection from the outside world. Any idea why he does it, or where he came from? No, we do have stories and legends about him, but they're just stories and legends. How did these two meet? I'm curious, how did you two meet? I met Kess while I was trading with the Kazon Ogla. They enslaved her, but she was kind, even to someone like me. I had to get her out. He visited, brought me gifts, made me laugh. He was the only good thing in that terrible place. We fell in love. I admit I used you, Captain. I apologize. I'd do it again, but I'd do it again in a heartbeat. Why did Kess come to the service? Why did you leave your home? I felt strong pull to explore the world beyond the city. I yearned for the freedom to discover new things and learn about myself. Seeing my people so depend on the Caretaker, unable to think for themselves, it was unbearable. Once we possessed telepathic abilities, but these atrophied over many generations. Alright, we have things to do. Alright, someone get started on the transporter signal amplifier. In case, we'll go stipulate and have you examined. Yeah, and take Tuvok with you. Captain, the science lab is back online. We can start researching the signal amplifier. Transporter signal amplifier. 3 cycles. So this is on pause while we're doing this. Okay. Zoom out. Sick bay. Let's see, we need to switch this on because we need to do this. Computer initiate emergency medical holographic program. Introducing the Doctor! With no other options available, Captain Janeway activates Voyager's emergency medical hologram. A shimmering figure materializes in sickbay, ready to provide critical care. Please state the nature of the medical emergency. Doctor, our chief medical officer is dead. You have to take care of sickbay for now. And this patient, Kess. And Tuvok! Don't forget Tuvok! There's no need for concern. I am capable of treating any injury or disease. A broken ulna, a few minor bruises and grazes, nothing I can't handle. You are in the most capable hands, young lady. Thank you, Doctor. That's very kind of you. I expect you to do your best, Doctor. Do my best? Captain, I am programmed for optimal medical care. What else would I do? Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a patient to attend to, and a sick bay to organize. Gotta talk in his horrible bedside manner, right? Alright, so we have Tuvok here, manage patients. Recovery time 10. I'm assuming 10 cycles. So now we have the Doctor. I could assign the Doctor there, obviously. So now his time is reduced by 3. Perfect. There we go. Cool. Okay. Awesome. I guess that's it for now. We have a full tank of uranium, but we need deuterium now. Is there anything I can currently do? Probably not, right? Because I needed titanium. So now we have so much uranium, I can't actually do anything with it. Right, yeah, I can't do anything, so technology. No, these are too big. Combat. Yeah, so I just need to do something else. Okay. Duranium. Tech tree. Repairing rooms, researching new tech, repairing the hull. See, repairing the hull. There's nothing that indicates our hull is damaged, though. Is it just no way to know? Because our hull took damage, but I don't see any way for us to see how much damage we took. And then tech tree, which is on pause because we're currently researching. Okay, so I guess we can't do anything else. Let us go for more deuterium then. Let's go to this planet over here. Because we are running out. Workshop is complete. Enter the ship. Alright. Workshop is complete. What does the workshop do? Nothing, because we don't have anything. We don't have anyone to put there. So let's turn the workshop off then, since we don't need it. Stellar cartography. Okay, so we definitely need that on, so that's fine. Does seem like we need everything else though, so I guess we're just chilling out. Alright. Let's take a look at the planet. We don't have the torpedo launch bay. Wait. Oh, I need to turn it on. Let's turn on the torpedo launch bay. High risk, high reward, right? I could get a full tank, or I could just go with minimum again. I really needed deuterium though. Well, since there's no hull damage indicator of any kind, I'm going to try to destroy it again. Let's go. Let's go. We have now a full tank of deuterium. Let's do this. Oh my god, that's fantastic. I love that. Alright. Well, since I have nothing else to do currently, let's just head back to Ocampo. Alright, here we go. Research report. Items research. Transport signal amplifier. Reward. Transport signal amplifier blueprints. Perfect. Access the tech tree to research new upgrades. This way you can upgrade rooms or unlock passive bonuses to improve efficiency. Certain technologies first require an upgrade of the tier of technology category. Unlocking new tier cost research points. Research points are produced by active science labs, but can also be gained as rewards, aka or IG or EG in away missions. Yes. So, Captain, the blueprints for the signal amplifier are complete. However, to start production, we need to start repair on the workshop. Which I did already. Turn it on. Workshop repaired. Captain, we can start production of the signal amplifier. Ah, I was right ahead of you, Tuvok. Transport signal amplifier blueprints. Boom. Okay. So now that that is going, let's go back to the science lab. Crew tier 2 is going still. 14 remains, so that's back up and running. In the meantime, explore the tech tree and research any tech. It was here. Oh no, it was right here. R. Here we go. So I could do this stuff too while we're researching that. Alright, cool. Sick bay. Crew. Holodeck. Okay, so I can use the right to move around. Crew quarters. Accommodates 10 crew members in standard Starfleet quarters. So I can't do anything else though, huh? Since I have something already going. But yeah, I mean, until we get that second tier, which is going to be huge because look how much stuff we open up. Not to mention we need more resource space too. My goodness. It's going to be huge for us once we get that. Hull reinforcement. But again, I haven't seen anything that indicates a hull. So, we really can't do anything else. Alright. Well, in the meantime, craft transport in the workshop, which is what we're doing currently. 3 cycles. Alright, well. Since we can't do anything, I might as well just let the cycles go. So let's just 1, 2. There we go. Transporter signal amplifier blueprints crafted. The signal amplifier has been completed and is ready for use, Captain. It would be wise to make haste back to the Ocampa. Which we did. Okay, so that's fine. Fly back to Ocampa, which we are. Captain, we reached our destination. Order, send away team. Alright, so let's see. Tuvok is injured, in which now that I think about it, did I even click the sickbay stuff? Oh my god, that's terrible. I did not do that. He can still be chosen though. It's not the best numbers though, that's for sure. So there's more science with Harry, but more engineering with B'Elanna. So obviously I want B'Elanna then. Test is required. Neelix for negotiation probably. And then Tuvok has all the security stuff, which is kind of important. I might as well have Tuvok anyways. Upon materializing near the tunnel entrance, a group of Kazons is already there. Tinkering with the security barrier is in frustration. As soon as they notice the away team, they flinch in fear and back off a bit. "Watch out!" shouts one of them. "The foreign warriors are back." Captain, the Kazons seem hesitant, almost fearful. What are our orders? Bluff to open fire if they don't retreat. Count to 3. Ignore the Kazon and proceed directly to the tunnel. Oh my god, this is not very successful. That's not good. I guess we gotta try and bluff our way out of this. You guys were doomed. We fail. Teams away threats are met with a mixture of fear and confusion. The Kazon seem perplexed by the concept of counting to 3. Some even start to count along. Upon reaching 3, the Kazon expectingly wait for something to happen, but putting the team in an awkward position. Only a warning shot makes the Kazon take their heels. The away team then enters the tunnel unopposed. Well, that sucks. Captain, we've reached the tunnel entrance. Using the transport signal amplifier now to find the possible breach in the security barrier. So if we use B'Elanna, we get huge crit. So let's use B'Elanna because that's why we brought her. Critical success. The raid team deploys the transport signal amplifier, carefully scanning the barrier for any vulnerabilities. After a tense few minutes, they locate a small breach in the energy field. They successfully transport themselves through the opening and into the tunnel beyond the barrier. The tunnel opens into a breathtaking sight. Embedded in a large cavern is a futuristic environment with smooth white walls, glowing in warm white light and sprinkled with patches of green. This is the Ocampa City. Yay, we get research too. Captain, we're inside the Ocampa City, but it's a maze of streets and chambers. How should we proceed to find Tom and Chakotay? Morale or science? Well, obviously Tuvok is too injured to do that, so we'll do let Kes take the lead. Kes approaches a group of Ocampo, respectfully asking for assistance in locating missing Tom and Chakotay. The Ocampo, torched by their concern, eagerly provide directions to a medical facility. The away team eventually finds their crew members awake but disoriented. Surrounded by strange medical equipment, Chakotay instinctively reaches for a weapon, but before any confrontation can occur, the ground starts to shake violently. Hey, that's not Chakotay. That's what B'Elanna would have done. A message from the Captain Jerry cuts through the joy of the reunion. The caretaker array has apparently repositioned itself and is now firing at the tunnel entrance. We need to get out of here. Our options are not very successful looking. Either way, Tuvok is our best chance. So let's clear a path to any debris obstacles. Oh, thank goodness we succeed. The raid team clears a path to the collapsing tunnels using their phasers to blast away debris and create a safe passage. They dodge falling rocks and collapsing ceilings, ensuring everyone escapes safely. Soon, they reach the exit, the security barrier, the only thing standing between them and their escape. And we get uranium, not that we need it more because we only have 5 missing. The tremors are interfering with the signal amplifier's focus, Captain. The connection is constantly being interrupted. We can't beam out like this. This is the second to last stage, so if we use all of our people, we get a higher success rate of crit. We get more reward. Analyze the tremors interference pattern and recalibrate the transport signal amplifier accordingly. Let's go! Oh, no crit. Team analyzes the tremors interference pattern and quickly recalibrates the transport signal amplifier to compensate. The transport signal stabilizes, allowing the team to lock onto the beam and materialize safely back on Voyager. Oh, that was it. Never mind. That was safe. Cool. Alright, so we got morale, we got research points, we got a full tank of uranium, and we managed to escape unscathed. Yay! Chakotay recruited. Unexpected allies. Back on Voyager, Tom Paris breathes a sigh of relief while Chakotay eyes his Starfleet rescuers with suspicion. The Maquis commander struggles to understand this sudden alliance. Commander Chakotay, welcome aboard Voyager. I'm Captain Catherine Janeway, and Mr. Paris, it's good to have my pilot back. What? No champagne? Not even for the replicate? Not even the replicated? I'm Commander Chakotay of the Maquis. Torres, what's going on here? Long story, Chakotay. Short version, we're stuck with the Federation, what? Psycho fans in the Delta Quadrant. We share a common goal, getting back home. Anything you learn on the planet that could help us? Learn anything about the caretaker? They say he's been acting out of the ordinary lately, abducting people. He's increased their power supply to half a decade. He destroyed the tunnels. It sounds like he's preparing something. But what? What about the Ocampo? Naive, friendly, they don't get out much, and that's good because they wouldn't survive. Apparently, they've been living underground for longer than anyone can remember. That's true, our ancestors lived on the surface once. Ancient journals tell us the caretaker opened a deep chasm, and led us underground. Any idea why? They mentioned a warming. The day our service turned into a desert, on that day the caretaker appeared and built our city. Since then he has provided for the Ocampo. How selfless of him. It was mentioned that the caretaker provided the Ocampo for a mere 5 years worth of energy, coupled with the destruction of the access tunnels, and his frequent reference to running out of time. The logical conclusion is that he does not intend to continue his role as caretaker. I believe he is dying. If he dies, how the hell are we supposed to get home? Caretaker mentioned that she might have what he needs. Can you make sense of that? We woke up covered in scabs. The Ocampo said we were sent away to prevent some kind of plague. Except we weren't sick before. They also mentioned others with the same disease, but they didn't last. They died? I want you both in sickbay, now. Take Tuvok with you. Captain, their condition is unusual. It appears to be cellular disruption caused by the introduction of foreign genetic material. Their bodies are rejecting it, rather violently, I might add. They're fortunate. A few more days, and the cellular disruption would have been fatal. Foreign generic material? Or genetic? For what purpose? An excellent question, Commander. It appears to have been introduced deliberately, though why anyone would want to inject them with incompatible DNA is beyond my comprehension. Prognosis, Doctor? I've already started the treatment. With my expertise, they should make a full recovery. The doctor's discovery further confirms my hypothesis, Captain. Aware of his imminent death, the caretaker is enacting measures to safeguard the Akapa for as long as possible. However, they will run out of energy eventually, so he seeks a successor, one who would continue his work. This explains the abduction and subsequent testing of individuals from various sectors. If he dies before finding a suitable successor, we'll be stranded. We have to return to the array before it's too late. Captain, given the Taker's reluctance to cooperate, a more assertive approach may be necessary. The Vulcan's right. If that overgrown energy blob won't send us home, we'll blast our way out. Phasers, torpedoes, the whole shebang. I believe a bit of tactical planning is in order. Shields first, then phasers. Well, haha, I'm ahead of you, Chakotay. I got both! Our offensive and defensive capabilities have been restored, Captain. However, I suggest a test run to verify system functionality and assess our temporary flight control officer's performance in combat. Excuse me? This ace pilot knows more maneuvers than Starfleet can throw Greek letters and numbers together. Except the one for evading Starfleet custody. Gentlemen, enough. Tuvok is right. We need to test our combat systems, but we lack a sparring partner. You have one. Our ship. Seriously, Chakotay? Are all the Maquis on the Valjean as Starfleet target practice? What could possibly go wrong? B'Elanna, focus. We need preparation. I will pilot the Valjean, Captain. Just remember to set your phasers to simulation. B'Elanna unavailable, Chakotay unavailable. I'll keep it in mind, Commander. Alright, each combat encounter you may choose up to 3 heroes to utilize their specific strengths and abilities. Prepare for combat. Voyager versus Valjean. Alright, select a hero. Well, Tom Paris, obviously. Tuvok for coordinated attack. And Harry Kim for shields. Okay. I guess start combat. The Voyager will fight semi-autonomously. Phasers are fired automatically, torpedoes manually. You control the ship by opening the command menu and deciding how to approach the enemy. Oh gosh.
What are your orders, Captain?
Order your ship to try and attack or defend a side with either defensive or offensive movement. Fleeing requires enemy engines to be damaged, while surrendering costs resources as a form of payment. You can also repair damaged subsystems. Proceed to offensive movement. Okay. Offensive actions. I'm assuming the bars mean higher success rates, right? Or that's their health. That's their health. So their shields are low. Oh, so look on the left side, we can see, I think, our shields? Or is that our hull? I actually don't know. I'm assuming that's the hull because we have a red dot on our tip here. That's probably the damage I took from my previous adventure. And where you take a look at the Valjean on the right side, they're 100%. So I'm assuming that is our hull damage. Perfect. So we can see that now. Let's take out their shields then. Seems like the most logical option.
Moving to attack the port side, Captain.
Combat is pot. What are your orders, Captain? Attack left. Okay. So I'm assuming this is operating on its own, right? Hero abilities can be activated by selecting them with the mouse or by pressing the number keys controlled by this key. Switch and activate with X. A blue countdown indicates that ability is activated, while a white countdown shows the cooldown time until the ability is used again. Okay.
Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain.
Okay. With the enemy shields down and weapons are down 2 for some reason. Let's take out their warp core.
Moving to attack the starboard side, Captain. Enemy shoot ability ready, Captain.
Okay. This is kind of interesting.
Moving to attack the starboard side, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
I mean, they didn't fight back though, so that's kind of weird. Boom! That's how it's done. Not bad for a temporary guy, huh, Tuvok? Your methods were unconventional. However, the objective was achieved. An acceptable performance. One more thing, Captain. Whatever awaits us at the Wraith, the Valjean should be in a position for Voyager. Alright, have the transport room standing by in case your crew needs the emergency beam out. Let's show this quadrant what we're really made of. Well, considering they didn't fight back, I'm assuming that's the whole point. Then, okay, but that seemed a little... I'm not gonna lie, that seemed a little... boring? A little sad. But I love the interactiveness of the rest of the game so far. It's really nice. Alright, so Duranium's full. Deuterium is practically full. What are we doing? How are we doing on the science? 11 cycles remaining on that. We have 2 crews standing by. We don't have any titanium, so we still can't do anything. Where's sickbay? Doctor! Tuvok is injured. Right. He needs one more thing. Okay, so perfect. When we go back to Ocampo, we should be, or the what's it called? The caretaker, we should be okay. All right, so let's set a course. Maximum warp. All right, so based on that, that means Tuvok should be healed, right? Perfect. Tuvok is healed. We're good. Should I turn sickbay off? I should, right? Because no one's hurt. Alright, sickbay offline. Because no one's hurt, so we don't need anyone in there. Phasers are operational. Torpedo launch bay is also operational. So we're good, right? Science, 4 cycles remaining. Now, as far as the hull, it was damaged. Is there a way we can repair the hull? I forget. Repairing the hull with duranium. Is there a way I can do that now? I can't remember everything. Transporter room, workshop. Let's see. Maybe the... Let's see. Let's see. Clear debris. Repairing rooms, transporter room. I'm not seeing it. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything about repairing the hull. So that's concerning because what happens if my hull is just too damaged and I go into combat? I'm just not going to be able to fight. I guess I can't do anything about it in the meantime, I suppose. Okay. Well, I guess we have no choice but to not worry about it. Alright. Let's take a look at the array. Captain, we reached our destination. Orders? Continue. Kazon ships. They look cool. Look at the details on these things. Oh my god. Absolutely amazing. It seems we were expected, Captain. It's the Kazon. The lead ship is hailing us. They're probably not calling to chat. I'll have our Marquee Raider manned. You'll have the support if this turns into a fight, Captain. Excellent idea, but let's see what the Kazon have to say first. Jabin, what are you here? Do you truly believe you can defeat us? All we care about is getting home, Jabin. We will beam over to the array and see if we can arrange that. That's all. After your display of firepower, we do not fear you. But we are not fools. We have no dispute with you. Then leave. The array is ours. This is absurd. We have no intention of challenging you. The array is mine. Leave or face my wrath. Jabin, can we discuss this like two civilized... He's disconnected, Captain. They're powering their weapons. Battle stations. Red alert. You got Voyager and the Marquee Raider versus Kazon Carrier and 2 Kazon support vessel betas. Alright, so obviously we don't need what's this called? Neelix here, so Marquee maneuver. I think we are okay with our team. Same people, right? So Tom Paris dodges enemy attacks for a limited time, granting a brief window of vulnerability. Coordinated attack, which is great. Here it can shield hacking. Hacks enemy shield frequencies, increases the shield penetration rate. Okay, so start combat.
Any orders, Captain.
Well, can't do anything else, so let's see. So the lead ship is in front of us, right? Is there a way I can move around the map? I don't see any way I can move off of the screen here. I would like to see the whole area. That'd be cool. Oh well. Okay, so let's do orders. Attack the Kazon's weapons.
Moving to attack the front, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
Torpedoes have to be fired manually. Shift key or LT on controller. They are very powerful weapons, causing great damage to systems and hull. However, their effect is minimal against shields, so make sure you fire them the right angle. Shift key. Okay, good to know.
Enemy shields destroyed, Captain.
Alright, well then, E. The weapons are down. Let's destroy their warp core.
Moving to attack the
Fire
starboard
torpedoes.
side.
I don't know if that actually did anything.
Ability ready, Captain.
Tuvok ability.
Ability ready, Captain.
Yeah, just keep
Moving
doing
to
the
attack the
warp core.
starboard side, Captain.
Oops.
Ability ready, Captain. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Enemy is surrendered, Captain.
Okay. That's because I destroyed them, right? So now I'm attacking the Kazon support vessel. Let's make sure we kill our
Moving to
shields
attack
first.
the starboard side, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain.
Yay! I guess. I'm not gonna lie, that seemed really boring. You can hire allied ships on the bridge to help combat. One ally may help at the same time. Unlock allies by fulfilling hidden objectives and researching certain texts. Once unlocked, they can be available for the rest of the game. Recruitment and upkeep cost resources. Great. That went better than expected. Our raider is still in good shape. I'll keep it close by just in case more Kazon decide to show up. You're strong, Captain, but there is strength in numbers. I have called for reinforcements. This array will be mine. Then I guess we don't have much time. Hail the array. Well, aren't you persistent? We need you to send us back from where we came from. Impossible! I have barely enough strength to complete my work. I must protect the Okampa. If I don't, the Kazon will steal their water. They won't be able to survive. You must let go of the Ocampa. Did you ever consider allowing the Ocampa to care for themselves? They're children. Children grow up. They need challenges. Maybe the Ocampa are stronger than you think. Send us home. You've dragged us into this. You need to send us. Captain, Jabin wasn't bluffing. His reinforcements have arrived. I could try to access the race system to transport us to the Alpha Quadrant, Captain. No, I'm fading. Time is up. If you leave, the ray will be left to the Kazon. They will annihilate the Ocampa. You must destroy it. Don't listen to him. We'll be stranded. Please protect the Ocampa. What is right and what is easy? The caretaker fades away, collapsing into an inert, crystalline form. Janeway is now faced with an impossible choice. Return to the Alpha Quadrant, leaving the Ocampa defenseless, or sacrifice Voyager's return to ensure their safety. The clock is ticking. He's gone. Captain, the Kazon are closing in. Shall I try to access the primary control systems to send us back? I mean, if I do the return home option, does that mean the game's over? Let's destroy the array as we usually do in the show. Your choice has consequences. Hell yeah, let's do it. We never asked to be involved, but we are. I won't trade the lives of the Ocampa for our convenience. Lieutenant Tuvok, ready the tri-cobalt devices. What are you doing? The rays are our only way out of here. You can't. I can, and I will. Tri-cobalt device ready, Captain. Fire. Choo! Boom! We'll find another way home, I promise. Who do you think you are, making decisions for all of us? It was the right decision, B'Elanna. The Ocampa, they remind me of our people. We were fighting a more powerful enemy to protect our own. The Ocampa deserves that too. 70,000 light years. We're stranded, aren't we? Great. Now I'll definitely miss my next parole review. A missed parole review should not be your primary concern at the moment, Mr. Paris. Thanks, Tuvok. I hadn't thought about that. Jabin is hailing us, Captain. You have made an enemy today. Mr. Paris, put some distance between us and this place. Tutorial. Hull! There we go. Voyager's hull can be damaged in combat, dialogues, spatial phenomena, or if the navigational deflector is offline. If the hull integrity reaches 0, Voyager will be destroyed and the game is over. Hull doesn't regenerate by itself. To repair the hull, assign a work team. Okay. Asteroid field, plasma storm, navigational deflector offline. Oh my goodness, so much stuff to look at. Fly to the marked destination in the third system. Alright, so the research is still going, right? 4 more cycles remaining for that. Okay. Ship. We have no titanium. Oh, we have titanium now. Or did we have titanium before? Did we have titanium? I don't remember. But it doesn't matter because I still can't do anything. I can repair the shuttle bay though. I definitely want to get that up then. We can use some of the uranium that we have too. About this one. The arrow shutter bay as well. Might as well do that as well. Okay. We'll get life support online later because we don't really need the morale or the rooms because our morale is so high already. The hull deck is damaged still as well, so we don't have that. What's this? Battery compartment. We have enough, but we don't have a repair crew, so that's fine. Okay. Cool. Well. Am I able to increase our work teams? Let's see, where was it? In the engineering office, right? Oh. Work team. This work team is currently assigned to a room. Work on that room will be paused. Yes, actually that's fine. We need to actually repair the hull. Okay. I guess that's it for now. Alright, well, I am assuming my progress is saved automatically. Let's see if I do this. No, okay. Yeah, I'm assuming. How do I get out of here? I don't even know how to get out of here. Oh my god, that's so funny. How do I close the game? Oh my god, that's funny. Oh, maybe I have to press escape. Oh, there we go. Okay, so escape's the man. Perfect. Okay, so there you go. I think this is a pretty good stopping point. We finished literally the first 2 episodes of Voyager in 2 hours of gameplay. There we go. Now you guys can see me. Wow, that was a lot of information. That was a lot of gameplay. That was actually a little bit of fun. I won't lie. It was a little bit more slower than I thought it would be. But that's fine. Actually, it's totally fine by me, because of the fact that if the game is truly like the show, that means we are going to experience a lot. I have 2 hours of gameplay invested in this so far, and that was only the first 2 episodes of the entire show. If you take that into consideration, I'm going to have many hours invested in this game if I keep playing. Dang, that's a lot of gameplay. That's a lot of investment. That's a lot of development in this game too. If it is as expansive as that, then this game will be very fun to play. Obviously, a lot of things differed. Obviously, as you guys can see, we need to collect all this deuterium, the uranium, the resources to keep our ship going. I truly am in control of the ship itself, which is kind of cool. I like that a lot. That means my decisions on everything I do will impact everything in the game. Yeah, that is actually very interactive. I like that so much. I only wish the space combat was a little bit better. If you guys ever played Star Trek Legacy, I feel the combat in that game was absolutely phenomenal. If it was something like that would have been really cool. But unfortunately, this thing seems more like individual decision making. You know, I could pause the game at any moment, take a look at enemy stuff, take a look at my stuff, and the game will just be like, okay, yeah, take a pause. We'll wait here until you're done looking at everything and decide on what you want to do. I rather take real-time combat because it makes it feel a little bit more realistic. It makes you have to actually remember the things that you're doing. It makes you have to choose wisely what you want to do in combat. Whereas the way it happened, I kind of just got to destroy what I wanted, and it kind of felt a little lackluster compared to the rest of the game so far. That was probably the worst part of it. It doesn't matter how good the combat looked if it was boring to me. So a little unfortunate, but it is what it is. But overall, I think everything in the game so far looks absolutely fantastic. I mean, look at this. I could zoom in so much. I could move around the sector. I can see. Where'd they go? Oh, I can't see the asteroids, but I can see like the asteroids on the screen. I can see the planets. I can zoom in on Voyager. Where'd I go? Like, look at this. Look at the detail of the ship, and this is a zoomed in perspective of the map. Pretty good stuff, if I do say so myself. And that's just Voyager. What happens if there's like Borg cubes in the future? Oh my god. Incredible. Or even like other ships, like the Kazons. Maybe there's going to be more Kazons around here now that we've made an enemy of them. Like, that's just crazy. Like, our next objective is to go to a new sector, so there's probably going to be more ships around. We're probably going to have more combat in general as well as we look for resources. So it's probably going to be a lot more interactive going forward than what I've been doing. So yeah, it's crazy. I love this so much. Honestly, I can't wait to play again. This is just one video. I will play this with you guys for a while. At least until I feel like either A, I have something else I want to stream or record in this case, or the game gets boring or stale, which I don't think it will. It seems very interactive. I love it. Only problem is I do a lot of talking, and I will admit it is a little bit strenuous on my throat. How much dialogue there is in the game. Obviously, that's part of the game, right? So, not surprising. But overall, I think this game is going to be a lot of fun. And if you guys are Star Trek fans, I think you guys should check it out. You guys obviously don't have to do a video like me because you guys seen this part as well. But I think it's very interactive, very cool. Can't wait to see what else is going to unlock in the future. Honestly, it looks so good, right? It looks so good. Gameplay so far, the dialogue option choices, where we have to the challenges and everything, and we choose which success rates and everything. That I felt like was really nice. It really depends on which crewmates you take on their away missions. It depends on what expertise they have. Obviously, success rate is kind of random. It's totally RNG, which kind of sucks. It's totally out of my control. But it is pretty cool because that means if you didn't choose the right people for the job, then there are consequences and there are things you have to just deal with, right? So it is truly random, which is technically the way it should be, right? In a real life sense, you never know what will happen. So that's kind of cool. And then extra rewards, damages. I failed once, right? It's not perfect. It's not all fun and games, right? I did suffer hull damage. I did fail to get deuterium, in which I lost a planet of resources. These things are clearly not holding any more resources, so I do think resources are truly limited, and that leads to even more serious decision making. So very cool stuff. And again, this is the second difficulty of 3. Obviously, I'm not playing the basic one, and then this is the one for, probably real players of the game. And then the third one is obviously a much harder difficulty, which I've never played, so I would not be able to probably complete it. I probably would have failed already if I tried playing that version. But we'll see. We'll see how well this game is truly made going into the future. But so far, very impressive. Very impressive overall. I will give this game straight up is a first look review. Honestly, I'd probably say this game so far is like a 7 or 8 out of 10. This is a good game. I wish not all of these things were on the screen to start, though, because it's kind of like, oh, you can have this already. No, we don't have it. I don't know what it is. The only reason I personally know what it is or stuff like this is because I know Star Trek. But if someone who's never played the game plays this game, they're like, what is this? Like, what are these things? Like, they didn't introduce any of this stuff. I will admit, some of this stuff is a little confusing on where to find things, but overall, I think it's it's explained well enough. And I love the visual details on these things. I mean, look at this thing. I love it. See, I always wondered. See, I'm being completely honest. I never really invested time into the ship and how it's run or how it's made. I always wondered, okay, so they always have these decks, right? Deck by decks and stuff like that. How do people get from like the bridge up here, right? How do people get from the bridge all the way down to engineering over here? There's this middle turbo lift in the middle of the entire ship. Look at this. I never knew that. Is that an actual thing that's always been a thing? I never knew that. That's pretty cool if it is, right? Because that means the turbo lift goes bam and bam and bam. Just like that. That's pretty insane. If that's the case, that is cool. If this is a real replica of the ship, that is absolutely insane. I love it so much. We get to even see the deck numbers as well too. So there are 15 decks just like in the show. And now I get even wider perspective of the ship, and I can now personally, because I never invested the time to look at the ship schematics, I can see the different decks and see where, follow along if I was watching the show. Deck, hull damage to decks 4 and 5 right here, for example, right? Oh my god, look at that. No wonder weapons go offline sometimes, or these are the least important decks because look, there's only living quarters here. So very cool. Very cool. Obviously deck 1 has always been the bridge, right? That's a given. But yeah, very cool stuff. I love it so much. This looks absolutely fantastic, guys. Absolutely fantastic. I love it. Yeah, I cannot wait to play again. But that's going to do it for this one. Again, I don't know if I'm going to have my camera up. I just don't have a place for it. Unless I make the screen smaller and then I fit myself onto the side like I do with my Fire Emblem videos, which I don't want to do that just because I don't want to decrease the screen size just so I can fit my face on the screen, I mean, I could shrink my camera, right? I could shrink my camera to a smaller size and put me in the corner like this. Maybe, but then if something pops up in the bottom right corner and then you guys can't see it. Now, I don't think too many options did pop up there, so maybe I'll shrink myself down to like this small maybe, and I'll have myself there, I guess. I don't know, but I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. Overall, I think everything looks so cool right now in the game, and I cannot play it again, or can't wait to play again. So, if you guys enjoyed this, hit the like button, comment down below what you guys thought, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I am, like I said, I loved Star Trek Voyager. I watched the whole show. Never watched the full shows of any of the other Star Trek series, so I can't say I'm like the biggest Star Trek fan. But I do have a lot of knowledge. I do understand a lot of the universe itself. I may not watch them. I may not watch the shows. I may not know all the characters, but I do love Star Trek as a casual fan, right? So that's why I'm also playing this, because I think this is a pretty cool game. And when I first saw this, very excited. I bought it right away. I didn't have the time to play it, but I bought it right away. And now that I have the time to play it, I am very excited to play this. And so far, it's been fun. It has been a lot of fun. So, yeah, let me know in the comment section what you guys thought of the game so far. Do you like the way things are going? Do you not like the way things are going in this game? Let me also know if you guys watch Star Trek. What's your favorite series? I'm pretty sure a lot of people are either going to say original series or next gen. Apparently Deep Space Nine is pretty good. But yeah, I love Voyager though. And the episodes I've seen of other series don't compare to Voyager, to me at least. But that's my opinion. In any case, I digress. That'll do it for this video. Stay tuned for a second part. I guarantee there will be a second part because this was a lot of fun. And until then, have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.